Hey, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and I'm excited to show you So You've Been Eaten, which is currently on Kickstarter. And I was going to have my video ready for the launch, which happened the day I'm recording, which is Monday, but the prototype they were sending got stuck in shipping for weeks. So I literally got this today, and I'm going to show it to you today and get the video up tomorrow so you have my thoughts and the gameplay as quickly as I can make it for you. And a reminder before we get into things, we never accept compensation for our Kickstarter coverage. We're just here to show you how the game works so you can make an informed decision. And something I'm really curious to hear from you as you're watching the video, this is a game where you can play solo with either of the sides, either the miner who's trying to get these crystals, or the beast who has eaten him. So let me know in the comments which of the two sides seems most interesting to you. And I kind of jumped right into details there, but the basics of this game is that it's a very quick game that can be played 1v1, with one player being the miner and one being the beast, or it can be played solo on either side, which is what I'm going to be showing off, of course. First in the video, I'm going to give an overview of how both sides play. Then I'm going to do a human playthrough, followed immediately by a beast playthrough, and then I'll give my impressions on the game overall at the end. So feel free to use the timestamps to skip to any of that. And if you like the content here on the One Stop Co-op Shop, thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Consider supporting us on Patreon for early access to our videos and some nice perks. Listen to our podcast every week, check out our streaming content, and join the conversation on our Discord. So as we get into the overview of the game, I just want to note that this has been happening a lot lately, like Under Falling Skies did it too. This is a vertical board where one player would sit on the miner side and the other on the beast side, but I of course have the whole board turned to the side so filming will be easier, but just wanted to get that out there. So first of all, victory conditions. Why are we here? The miner is trying to mine these precious crystals that only grow inside of a beast. I love this theme. It reminds me of something goofy like Galaxy Trucker. Sci-fi doesn't have to be serious, folks. It can be great like this. But yes, if the miner gets all of these crystals, their job is done. They activate a jetpack, murder the beast from the inside, ouch, and they win the game. Whereas the beast wins if they fully digest the miner, which is represented by any of these 4 tracks going all the way down. Or if they get their immune system up enough to totally destroy the miner, which is represented by them getting 5 of these immune response cards into play. And the final way the game can end is if the entire stomach card deck runs out, in which case the miner has reached the end of the stomach and goes out the other end. And then you compare your score. The miner gets points based on how much they've upgraded themselves and how many crystals they've collected, whereas the beast gets points for the bacteria tracks over here and the immune response card they've played. But the main action in the game happens on this stomach track with those stomach cards I just mentioned. And just to show you what these stomach cards look like, first of all, they're each going to have 1 color of bacteria out of the 4 that, again, will let the beast end the game and devour the miner. Some cards will just have a bacteria, but others will have either some equipment, some tools the miner can pick up with some of their actions to give them a bonus, or will have one of the 8 crystals indicated that, again, are the miner's main objective to win. And with our starting stomach cards laid out, we're basically ready to go. The only other step of setup is to get the immune response cards ready. If a human player is controlling the beast, then you'll have 3 cards up at a time that they can choose from. But with an AI beast, you just flip over the top card. And I'll briefly show you how these work. You've got a thematic title up here. This is the energy cost to put this card into play to often give an ongoing bonus, although that only matters if a human is controlling the beast. The AI never pays for energy. Then you have the effect of the card here. Some are immediate, like this one, which attacks the human miner. Some of them have ongoing effects. These symbols here show some conditions in the stomach the beast needs to have correct to play the card. We're not going to worry about that until we get to the beast playthrough. Victory points the card is worth. Generally, 1 is the average. And finally, the values. The miner needs to destroy these, because remember, if 5 of these are out at one time at the end of the miner's turn, that is it for him. So with the overview done, let's get into our first of 2 playthroughs showing the human controlling the miner. And again, this is all turned a bit, but there are 3 main actions the miner can take, plus the upgrade action that will make one of these 3 better. And then this is like a general mitigation action to change a die. But everything the miner does is based on rolling 3 dice, so let's start with that. We got a 6, a 5, and a 1. And the miner can freely put dice in any of the action spaces. The only limit is that the upgrade spaces have specific spots that different values of dice have to go, and they can use more than 1 die in a given space. So the first option for the miner is to stun a stomach card in front of them. And for all three of these main actions, the number you put down is how many stomach cards ahead of you are affecting the stomach. So a 1 would deal with this card here, whereas if I played a 3, it would be 1, 2, 3. That card would be the one I'm looking at. In the case of the stun action, you take the indicated stomach card, and you can push it back as far as you want, and all the other stomach cards move up to fill in. And that's very important because whichever stomach card is right in front of you at the end of each of the miner turns is going to increase the bacteria track by 1 for the matching bacteria, which remember is one of the 2 ways the miner can lose by having one of the tracks be completed fully. But a nice thing about the stun action, it also has some inherent mitigation. After you push the stomach card, you can increase or decrease one of your other dice by 1, although you can't wrap around to 1, so my 6 could become a 5 here. And once I put a die in this 1-2 spot, I'll then have the upgraded stun to use until the beast takes it away from me. You'll hear more about that later. And this also will push a stomach card back, but you get to re-roll the die you use and put it somewhere else, so way better than the regular stun action in most cases. Next is the eliminate action. If you don't want to just push these things, if you want to blow them up, again, that will affect the stomach card in the indicated space. So here would be this one. And you can only eliminate a stomach card if it has at least one adjacent card with the same colored bacteria. So actually here, the 1 would be fine. I could blow up both of these. They go out of the game because you never reshuffle the stomach deck, and that's going to force the stomach deck to go through more quickly, which will get you pooped out at the end faster, and can also get the things you want like crystals to show up more quickly, so lots of uses. Now, the upgraded action for this one deals with those immune response cards. You'll note that they have a little gun icon on the bottom right and some number of die results. So in this case, putting a 1 or a 5 in this upgraded elimination action space will take this card out of the game, which will take away whatever its ability is and also stop the AI from winning by getting 5 of these at the same time. And our final main action, very simple, is collecting either a gem or a tool. The basic action only lets you get a gem. So let's say we did a 3, there's a gem here. You get rid of that card and you get the indicated gem into your little supply here, which brings you 1 step closer to winning the game by getting all 8. If you've got the upgraded action, you can instead get a tool card. Once again, it comes off, although this time it goes into your little tool supply here. You can hold 3 at a time, and you can use those before or after any action. They have a variety of special abilities. As they come up, I'll tell you what they do. And we already talked about the upgrade action. The last one is you can just simply take any of your other dice and change to whatever value you want. Usually the worst option, but sometimes you got to do it just to stay alive. All right, so remember we got a 1, a 6, and a 5 here. First of all, I'm noticing there are a ton of reds altogether. So if I did an elimination action at 4 or 5 here, I'd get rid of 3 of them. Not bad. I also see there's 2 crystals out. The 7 space one is clearly out of reach. But if I could find a way to get the 3 one first, it would come down and then my 6 could grab it. Or I could just shoot my 1 right away and blow these up. I could upgrade. What do I want to do? You know, I think for this turn I'm just going to think toward the future and upgrade a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and use an elimination action for 5. Blow up all 3 of these reds. And everything immediately slides down, so now this is in the 4 spot. And then to keep things simple, because I don't mind those crystals hanging out for me to get in a minute, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade my stun, should be down there, and I'll upgrade my collection action too. And the last part of every miner's turn is I get attacked by the bacteria at the front. So I'm going to take 1 blue advancement of that bacteria, and then this card gets discarded. And we're at 1 blue bacteria. Whenever we reach level 2 for a given bacteria, we're going to have to get rid of one of our upgrades, or if we can't, get rid of a crystal, which is why we might want to upgrade things we don't necessarily need right now. Okay, now we get to the AI beast turn. It is very straightforward. First, you're going to roll a little green die, and we get a 5, and we cross-reference. Just to go through them quickly, a 1 means you get rid of the closest stomach card to the miner, a 2 means you get rid of 2 cards, a 3 means they get rid of the closest crystal if there is one, a 4 means you get rid of the farthest crystal. They want to take out the crystals before you get a chance to grab them. A 5 means you just randomly re-deal out the cards that are in play. And a 6 changed up the immune response cards. I mentioned that you always have 1 on top of the deck so you can see what's coming, but that would mean you would put it on the bottom and draw a different card, changing up what you expected to happen. But here with the 5, we just pick these up and shuffle. Not really a bad result. I'm not worried about this. And gosh, is that exactly the same? I don't know. Maybe I didn't shuffle very well. Second step of the beast turn is to randomly fill in the stomach cards that are gone, which again is going to go through the deck and get me closer to being pooped out when it would come down to a score battle. And finally, for free, they get to put the current immune response card into play. What have we got? Mimic. At the end of the monitor's turn, if the blue bacteria has reached level 3, you immediately win. So this means that now, until I get rid of this by, remember, blasting it with an upgraded 1 or 5 eliminate action, blue would actually kill me if they get to 3 instead of 4. So a little bit more of a hectic thing there. And don't forget, this is also 1 of 5 cards they need to win outright. And they also flip up the next one. Ooh, this is a nasty one, and it's only used for an AI beast called a Sleeping Beast. It's Replicate. When it comes out, it's easy to kill. You can use any die to get rid of it, but you draw an additional card unseen and use that as well. So those can be a little bit nasty. All right, let's see what dice show me today. Oh, 2, 3, 4. Got some options. And man, I am liking this. I can get that crystal. Actually, I want to get the ones further back, don't I? See, if I get 3, then I can get 2, then I can get 4. I can get 3 crystals this turn. Now, that would mean that blue would hit me again if I don't move it, which would get it to level 2, and I would lose an upgrade, but I think I can deal with that. Sure, man, it's hard not to take the crystals when I can get them. So 3 will get that. These slide down. 4 will get this nice little orange one there. And finally, my 2 will get the red. You'll notice there are 2 copies of each crystal in the deck, but that's it. If you miss the second copy, then you're out of luck. So if I try to take a collect action against the purple crystal again, it would do nothing, because I've already collected it. So interesting, I didn't use any of my upgraded actions, but I guess I didn't need to yet. I am going to get hit by blue again, which is going to take it to level 2, and I have to unupgrade one of my actions. I'm going to do Collection. I like to have the double use of the stun advanced action when I can. All right, what's the AI up to? A 6. Remember, that means that they're not doing Replicate. I'm actually happy about that, because that is a cruddy card. That goes to the bottom, and instead they are playing... Oh, another Mimic. Now I'll lose if yellow is at level 3 as well as blue. Unless, again, I blow these up, of course. Oh, and sorry, technically I should have filled in the stomach before I drew that. I got a 2 new gems that I don't have yet. Wow, man, maybe I could get like an early crystal victory. That'd be awesome. And what's our next immune response going to be? What is going on? Another Mimic for green? I did shuffle these, but okay. And just to show how our victory progress is looking, I've got 3 gems, and they've got 2 out of 5 to beat me. But yeah, I mean, this is not too bad so far. All right, what have the dice got for me? 1, 5, and 6. And I was hoping for a 2 or a 3, because look, I can wipe out a ton of green bacteria with one action. So 5 is a gem I want. Then I would want a 4, and 6 is doing nothing for me. Well, before I do anything else, let's go ahead and use V5 to grab this blue crystal. I don't want to lose that. So I'm halfway to an auto win. Nice. But now I've got a 1 and a 6 left. I really would like to upgrade my eliminate action so I can get rid of some of those immune response cards and not just lose when they get 5 of them. I mean, I could use one die to change the other one into a 3 or 4 automatically, or I could push one of the bacteria and have the chance of re-rolling it with my upgraded stun action to maybe get a 3 or 4. But the thing is, I don't really care about pushing these. Well, it can't hurt, right? Because the only stipulation when you use the action die again is that it can't be another stun action, so you can't just keep on rolling. So I'll push this 1. I'm just going to push it 1 back because I want the white gem to stay back there. I'm going to re-roll this. And, of course, it's a 5. Okay. So, sure, I'm going to use this to change this into a 4, not take any chances, and upgrade my eliminate action to deal with some of those cards next turn. And then I'm getting hit by green. That's my first one there. So there we go, still looking okay. All right, let's see what the AI's got. They got a 6 again. So we're not mimicking. It said, ooh, it's going to be an attack. And no, it's capture, which is the action I don't have upgraded right now, which means I'm going to have to get rid of a gem, darn it. But first things first, let's refill. Oh, we got a red gem. You know what, with that being the case, I'll go ahead and get rid of my red gem when the capture gets played because I have a chance to get it again. And next up is Elongate. The tract is refilled to 8 cards instead of 7, which I actually haven't found to be a negative thing, so I don't really mind if they play that next round. But as for me, I've got, 1, 2, 3 gems I need. If I got all of them, I'd only be 2 away from victory. But the AI has 3 immune responses, remember? I zoomed out a bit so you can see them better. Well, let's see what I get. All right, 4, 5, 4. That's none of the gems I want, is it? Let's see, a 4 and a 5, I can take care of 2 of these cards, and then just the yellow Mimic would be left, and since I haven't moved that at all, that's not a problem. But I'd like to get at least one of these things, darn. Well, here, let's use my upgraded stun. So I'm going to push the 4, and I'll push it back past these crystals, so I have better access to them. I get to re-roll it, and I got a 3. Ooh, I got a 3, awesome! So let's see, I'm going to capture the red, so I got that back. I'm going to capture the white crystal with the 3 that I just rolled. Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot that I have to immediately use the stun die, so I can't, save the red crystal for later. But not a problem, I'll use the 3 immediately to get the white crystal. And then that'll let me use the 4 to get the red. I mean, I could get the yellow, but now we'll keep that one further out, so there we go. All right, now I have a 5 left, which I'll get rid of the blue mimic. One more blue movement would kill me with this, because I'm at 2 already, so I don't really want that hanging around. All right, not a bad turn, not a bad turn. I am taking a green bacteria, which will force me to lose an upgrade again, darn. Just to show you our progress, I gotta get some red and yellow going on just to balance things out. Which upgrade do I want to get rid of? I just bought myself a little bit of time with these, so I think I'd rather have stun for the mitigation for now. Alright, I still want that yellow crystal. Let's see if the AI does anything. 3. They're taking away the closest crystal on the board, you jerks! So there's still 1 yellow in the deck, so it's not impossible for me to get a full crystal victory here, but it just became more challenging. Now we refilled the stomach. I already have that crystal. Oh, but that one I don't have yet. Okay, so that'll be another one I want to get. And elongate comes into play, but it's after the stomach is filled, so next time we'll go to 8 cards instead. Next card will be Mucus Layer. The miner cannot capture tools on stomach cards with yellow bacteria. That's pretty minor since I don't even have the tool action upgraded anyway. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Oh, there's a lot of 6s. Although great, if I mess with a 1 card and move the green down, I can grab it. Now I don't know if I want to get another green. If I can get rid of that somehow, I'd have a yellow and then some reds in a row. I like all of that. Although, you know, maybe I do want to upgrade my capture action, because if I get one of these wrenches, that is a free upgrade action whenever I want to use it, which can be amazing. Yes, maybe I'll just tough through the green, because then I'll have some clear sailing for a while with these yellows and reds. So I'm going to use 1 6 to upgrade my collect action. I'm going to use a 4 to grab this wrench, and it just hangs out until I want to use it. And now with the movement, I'm set up to collect the crystal and get even closer to victory. Just need the yellow and this one that hasn't shown up at all yet. The yellow is what I'm really worried about. That could be deep in the deck. But I do take another green bacteria. Brings me to 3. 1 more and I'm dead. Or if the Mimic card comes out, it doesn't get checked until the end of the round, so I would have a round to kill it, but that would also kill me. Now let's see what the beast has planned. A 2, so they're going to get rid of 2 stomach cards, which is not bad. It'll get me through the stomach deck faster to see those crystals, maybe. All right, here we go. Green crystal, I already have that. Yes, there's one of the ones I need. Awesome. But no sign of the other yellow, darn it. And the Mucus Layer comes into play, so I can't grab tools from yellow. Again, not too big of a deal. Oh wait, that's right, I should be going to 8 stomach cards. So we don't really have room for this one, but we'll just kind of put it off here to the side. A boring red one, okay. Alright, the AI is at 4 of these cards. Now I don't lose until the end of the turn when they get to 5, so I would have a turn to blow them up, but I probably want to deal with that this round. So let's see how we do. 2, 5, 6. And again, I don't care about any... Oh, no, that's right. I want that crystal at 4. Huh. And next I'll have Mimic with red. I don't care about that yet. I haven't even had a red increase. Now, the AI did mess up my safety by getting rid of the yellows and reds, so this green and this green are potential death sentences if I can't deal with them. Which would mean blasting them would be pretty amazing. Oh, wait, but the crystal I want is on there. Okay, well, let's try this out. I'll go ahead and do an upgraded push with this one, the green that doesn't have anything I want. I'm going to just shove it all the way to the back. I get to re-roll it. Come on, give me a 3 for that crystal. That'd be awesome. 4. Maybe I could get a tool, right? None of these are yellow. This one lets me change a die value by plus or minus 1. Not bad. This one is a magnet. Lets me pull something as far as I want. Well, I like the magnet because that'll protect me. So let me go ahead and use that action there. Although, the red is not the one I'm worried about. I want to get rid of some of these blues. But I can blast them. It's okay. I'll get this for the 4. Okay, and then if I use my 5, I could eliminate both of those. Let's do that, I guess. And then for my 6, I want to eliminate, well, I guess Elongate's the only one that a 6 will go after, which is not the card I really wanted to do. But I'll use my wrench to upgrade my eliminate action for free. Then I'll use the 6 to get rid of Elongate. So I'm back to them having 3 cards, much safer. I take a red hit, my first one, so it doesn't really affect me at all. Although I'm in the danger zone again with all of these greens, but hopefully I'll get this crystal pretty soon. Assuming, of course, that the beast doesn't get it from me, and it does, right? Ah, man, yeah, it's the furthest crystal. The closest would have been fine, so a 3 would not have hurt me. But now, both of the crystals I need are down to 1 copy in the deck. Yuck. Oh, wow, there's the final copy of it. I gotta grab it. But more greens to kill me. Yuck. And Mimic for red, which again doesn't really hurt me at all, except that they're at 4 cards instead of 3. The next one isn't too bad. It's a Surge. If I leave it, they'll get to attack me with 2 stomach cards. I'll take twice the bacteria damage, but that's only if I leave it, which of course I won't. And what's going to hit me this turn? A blue? I'm actually okay with that, because blue would take me to level 3, which would put me in danger again, but I won't have to lose any of my upgrades, and then as long as I can get rid of this green, I'll have red and yellow for a little while. Alright, what do I got? 1, 6, 3. So 5 is what I wanted for that. I could use my magnet just to pull it. Ooh, I got a good play before I do anything else. Let me do a stun to push this back. Let's get all our negative cards in a row. I can eliminate both of those in a second. And let's see what else I can do with this. A 4. Oh, that's exactly what I needed! So I will go ahead and grab... Oh, wait. Yes. I'll still be okay. If I grab this crystal, there we go. So 1 away from victory, yes. And then I'll eliminate both of these, because yes, it's at position 6, and I get the adjacent one, so green, and my death is averted for now. And then for 1, I could get rid of this. I mean, it's not really doing anything. Yeah, none of the other ones have a 1, so sure, this attack card gone. Just buying myself time until hopefully that elusive final crystal shows up. And I do take a blue, takes me to almost dead. I cannot suffer a green or a blue at this point, but red and yellow I can take for quite a while. So hopefully the AI won't roll a 1 or 2 and clear out those little cards protecting me. A 4, that's the furthest crystal. They did get one of them, and now a blue is waiting for me. Yuck. Come on. Give me that yellow. There it is! What? Okay, it's at position 3. I think I win immediately if I get it. I have not won by a crystal today, so this will be exciting. And Surge comes into play. If I don't blow it up, again, they'll bacteria me twice, but I think there's no way for me to not win here, because I can use a die to change anything to 3. I thought I might roll a natural one, but yeah, let's do this. Boom! Change to a 3. There we go! Jetpack out! Sorry, Beast, you are being burned to death, but that was victory in the solo mode with the miner. And you can increase difficulty in a couple different ways, although I was pretty lucky with how the crystals came out here. But yeah, let's jump over to Beast mode and see how that works. Alright, so here we are set up for Beast play, and just to get a little goofy, I tried to do the actual vertical thing like you're supposed to, but we'll just have to use our spatial reasoning to imagine these are connected. So first, since we were just controlling the miner, let's talk about how their turn runs. It's pretty simple. You roll the 3 dice, but in this case you roll them 1 at a time, and each one goes in one of these spots in order 1, 2, 3. And then you resolve them from highest value to lowest value if there's a tie from left to right. So here we would do the 6, then this 3, and then this 3 when they're tied again, left to right. And just like with a normal human player, they're generally looking at the stomach card that many away, so 6 would be down here at the 6 spot. And they have a little priority order. So if there's a crystal there, they'll always try to grab that first. If not, they'll try to get a tool. If not, they'll try to eliminate. If not, they'll try to get rid of one of my upgrade cards that matches the number. If not that, they'll just get rid of that single card, kind of a unique action to the AI. Then they get attacked by bacteria, and that's basically it. Really, really simple turns here. But one action that works differently for the AI miner is the tool action. Instead of actually getting a tool, they advance this replication marker, and if this gets to the end, they immediately win, kind of like the evolution cards for the beast. Now you'll see that each of these spots has 2 or 3 bacteria indicated. If I spend those exact bacteria from my hand, we'll get into that in a second, I can move it back, and every time it moves back all the way to this first spot, they have to lose a crystal. Kind of like when I got attacked by the beast and didn't have an upgrade. It kind of like models that sort of thing. But how does playing the beast work? Well, first let's put out our stomach cards. So first of all, the key thing is that the beast actually has a hand of stomach cards, and that's how we refill after this beginning random placement. So I can try to put more of the bacteria that are killing the human in the row. I can try to avoid giving them crystals they might need, etc. But you know what? Let's actually go ahead and resolve the first AI miner turn so I can kind of show you what a beast turn looks like in real life. Okay, so 6 is the highest, and we look at 6. Their first preference is always a gem, but in this case it's a tool, which is their second preference for this column. You'll see they have slightly different things for each. So this comes off, and the replication marker goes up 1. Next is the 3, which is great. It has nothing on it. And I don't have any immune response cards for them to kill, so they'll just take out this single card, which is kind of the worst action they can take, generally. Oh, and wow, with another 3, they have to do another useless card. When they had a 2 and a 4, both with crystals right in their reach. Sorry, guys. And finally, whoops, I forgot my bacteria, but they get hit by a red. Man, this could not have worked out any better, because you'll see in a second I can deny them these 2 crystals pretty easily. So let's get into how the beast turn works. So first of all, I have to fill the digestive tract. I can play cards however I want. And I mentioned denying them crystals. That's because you can actually play more cards than you need to and push the entire row down by doing so. So I will certainly do that. So let's say I need 4 cards, and I want to give them that crystal. And then if I play 2 more. So if I just play my entire hand except for this one, I will get rid of those. I'm just going to try to vary up the colors so they can't get like a big elimination. I'll get my red a little bit sooner. And let's see, we have a lot of blue here. So we can do a yellow there, and then I'm going to play 2 more cards, which will bump both of these out. And we'll do blue, yellow again. Now the next step on my turn is I can choose to acquire one of the 3 available immune response cards. And once you get one, it gets replaced. We've got Lore, a really nice one. It lets me move a stomach card in the track away from the mire by 1 to 3 spaces every turn. Here I win with 3 blue bacteria instead of 4. And then another movement one, once per turn I can move a stomach card to the position closest to the miner, try to get them with that bacteria. That's great. Now the first thing I need to look at is whether I have the prerequisite. This one means I need to have 2 green bacteria next to each other. This one means I just need to have 2 or more green bacteria in general. I don't have either of those. And this one means 2 blue next to each other. I avoided all of those. But it wouldn't have mattered anyway because, remember, this is the energy cost, and these are all 2 or 4. And how it works is you get 1 free energy for each crystal in the stomach, in the tract, which here I have none. And then you can also spend non-crystal cards remaining in your hand to make up the difference. But here I only have a crystal card, and those spend cards, by the way, go to the bottom of the deck. And that's how it works to push this track back as well. You have to spend non-crystal cards, and they go to the bottom of the deck. They aren't out completely. But for now, I'm happy with my crystal denial, so I draw back up to 7 cards, and it's back to the AI miner. They've got 1, 6, 4. So 1, they want a tool. That's popping up. Let's see, 6. Oh man, is this going to be another tool? Yup. Okay, this is not great. They're going to win really soon by this if I don't deal with it. Then finally 4. It's a yellow, so they can't eliminate. Great, so they're just going to get rid of that single card. Let me take a blue bacteria damage. And we're in business again, although I probably want to discard a green and blue with no crystal this turn to move that back, or I could be in trouble. All right, so let's see. Looking at my hand, I've got some reds, 1 with a crystal, 2 with a crystal. Some blues, all with tools. I don't like all these tools. A green and a yellow with nothing. Oh no, a tool there too. But this time I do have 2 blues next to each other, so I definitely want to get Regurgitate. I might have to put 1 crystal in the row, and then I can discard 1 for the rest of the energy cost. But I definitely also want to keep a blue and a green to move that back. Lots of stuff to do this turn. All right, so let's go ahead and fill in. I'll do a yellow, then 1 of my reds without a tool, a blue with a tool. I'm giving them too many tools. And then I will put 1 crystal out. I can't just hold on to them forever, but that'll also give me some energy, so it's not all bad. Okay, and with the crystal giving me 1 energy, I will get rid of this red with a tool to the bottom. And then I'll also put my blue and green to the bottom to move that back 1. So starting next turn, if they don't destroy it, and it's pretty hard for them to, it's only a 2, I can start moving stomach cards closer to the miner. That's nice. And I've got a Mimic for blue damage if it just came up. Let's see, where do I keep the ones I bought? I guess over here for now. All right, AI got a 2 and a 2 and a 2. Nope, a 6. So 6 will be first. No crystal to take. They can't blast my Regurgitate because that's a 2. So they're going to get another tool. Good thing I moved it back. Okay, and then the first 2 is also going to be a tool. Oh my gosh. All right, and then let's see. Not a crystal. Oh god, are they going to get another tool? Oh no. They're going to get rid of my Regurgitate because that's a 3rd thing in their preference, which is better than them winning the game so quickly. Then they get hit for red again, though. That is good. I'm liking that. But yeah, I think I might have to suck it up and give them some crystals to buy some time for my bacteria to kill them, or they'll just tool their way to victory. Okay, let's see. I got to fill in 3 cards. And right now, blue is in the front, and it's already at 1, so I might want to get the Mimic. I would need blues greater than 2. Oh my gosh, and 4 energy? Huh. All right, what have I got? I've got greens, 1 with nothing, 2 with tools. I don't want to do that, and 1 with a gem. A yellow with a tool and a gem, and a red with a crystal. Wow. And to push this back, I need a yellow and a blue. I do have a yellow and a blue, so I basically have to keep these, I think. Out of the other ones, like I said, I kind of got to give them some crystals, so I'll put that, and I'll actually put another green. Maybe they'll blast it for me and never get the crystal. And what the heck, I'd rather give them a crystal than a tool, so take that. But that means now they've got 1, 2, 3 crystals in there, so I have 4 energy. And by the way, discarding a card gives me energy equal to the number of spot it's on, although it's always a minimum of 1, so even at a start it's worth 1 energy. So reds would now give me 2 energy if I wanted to buy something big. But here I'll spend my green to make up the difference, and then use my blue and yellow to move this back a bit. So I got Mimic for blue, kill him on 3, and blockage would protect my other immune response cards from being destroyed too easily. Right, here we go. A 6, and then a 4, and then a 1. Right, as long as I don't get a ton of tools, I'm okay. All right, so 6. So this has nothing on it. And, oh, they do have green. Ha, ha, ha. This worked. They eliminate, because that's the action they get down to there. The crystal I was hoping they wouldn't get. Awesome. But then 4, they are getting their first crystal. I'm okay with 1. The AI only needs 7 to win, not all 8. So a little bit of an easier time for them. And then 1. Oh, It's a crystal, and then it's getting rid of my mimic, which, again, I'm kind of okay with because they didn't get another tool, so I can deal with that. And that means they didn't get rid of the blue in front of them, so they're going to keep on pushing red and blue. If we can make that happen, I will be happy. So I got to fill in 3. I've still got 1 crystal. I think lore is my favorite at the moment. Only 2 energy, and it would let me move stomach cards around. I would need 2 green next to each other, though. Well, I do have 2 green in my hand. One with a tool and one with a crystal, though. Ooh, you gotta love this. Look, it's the crystal they already have. So I'm totally fine with putting that down. By the way, to move this back, it's a green and a blue. So I guess I can't get lore this turn and also push that back. Oh, but here we go. Blockage just needs 1 of each color, so if I just get a green out, I'll be fine. And it's still pretty inexpensive. All right, so let's put out the crystal they don't want first. And then I'll save the crystal they do want until the end so I can get that green down for blockage. Oh, but look, I've got a second copy of it, so hey, what the hey. I'll just put them both down. Who cares? So I've got 4 crystals now, so I can definitely afford blockage. An attack card comes out with the AI, it just moves their replication track down 1, so not a bad thing to buy. And speaking of replication, I need a blue and a green. Wait a second, I got rid of the blue? What? Oh, I'm dumb. I never had a blue that I could have used. Oh, man. Well, you know what? Let's change this maybe then. No, I'm okay with having the double crystal. It's okay. But I'll definitely try to buy that attack next turn to slow this down. All right, let's see. They got a 3, a 6, and a 5. So 6 is first. They're going to grab the crystal. So now they got a second one there. 5, I think, is also... Oh, no, it's the crystal they already have. Excellent. So what will they do? Oh, they can get rid of my blockage, of course. Darn it. Those things are not lasting very long. And then 3 is a bunch of nothing. Oh, but they can eliminate it, which will get rid of a crystal they wanted. Ha 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 ha. And this didn't move at all, which is what really makes me happy. And they do take another blue damage. Awesome. We are getting close with both of those. Right, but I've got to fill in 4 this turn. I do still have 2 crystals, so affording attack should be pretty easy. Oh, and look at this. I need to have the same color of card at the beginning and end of the track. So I got a yellow here. So if I can get a yellow there, I can buy that. Let's see, what do I have? 2 yellows, 1 with a gem. They don't have that one yet. 1 with a tool. 2 greens, both with tools. A blue with a gem they don't have, and 2 reds with tools. Well, let's start with my same old trick. I like putting the same color next to each other when one is a gem, so I'll put a green down there. And let's see, I want some reds out so they can get hit by them, and some blues. I know that's a crystal, but it's okay. And I'll put a yellow at the end so I can get the attack. With 3 crystals, it'll be free, so boom. Gets me a little bit of breathing room there. All right, let's see what they're up to. A 6, and then a 4, and then a 1. So 6 is going to be the gem that they wanted. Great. They're at 3 out of 7. 4 is probably going to be a tool. Ooh, no, it worked out! Because look, this is the only action that has the eliminate above the tool. Such luck here. That's going to take out 2 greens. Although, wait, that's a gem they didn't need anyway, so I guess it's not that great. But I like them clearing out the greens to have more blues and reds. And speaking of 1, they want the tool, but that means they're going to get hit by another blue and be 1 from death. Yes. So yep, there we go. Blue is at the danger point. But they also went through a lot of stomach cards this turn. That's not great. Let's see. Ooh, Surge. I get to hit them twice if I play this. Although 5, I just lost all my gems. I don't think that's happening. So I got to fill 5. I only have 2 cards left. Oh, and wowzers, not much variety here. Look at this. 5 yellows, 3 of them with gems, and, oh man, they don't have any of these? Plus a green tool and a red tool, okay. Let's see, the red would give me 2 energy, but yeah, the only way I can afford to Surge is if I put out every single one of the crystals I have. And there's no way for me to get Lore or Mimic, so Surge would be the only one I could get. Well, what the hey. I'll do a regular yellow, and then a gem crystal yellow. I'll throw in a red and get my other 2 crystal yellows. And then I have 2 cards to afford Surge. So if he doesn't destroy this, he'll get hit twice. Although if it's just yellow, I guess it might not matter that much. A new card is Swap. I get to swap cards every turn. That'd be great, although they'd probably blow it up. All right, the deck's getting a little bit light. I don't know about this. All right, he gets a 1 and a 6 and a 6. Oh, man, that's going to be some crystal time. Yup, so they get this crystal, and then with the second 6, they get this one. So, oof, they're at 5 out of 7. And even if they don't win that way, if they get pooped out, that'll give them a ton of victory points. Okay, and 1 is going to be a tool. Ah, you are a tool, you jerk. All right, now they did not destroy the Surge, so they are going to get a double yellow hits. And now they're in a bit of danger from both of those. And good, there's a red and yellow at the front. I like that. Oh, man, but that's another gem they need. I got to play an extra card to kick that out. Let's see what I got. Red with the crystal they already have. Red, nothing. Blue with a crystal they don't have. Uh-oh. Green with the tool, green with the crystal, the same one I'm going to try to get rid of, and then a yellow nothing. And I do have 2 of those cards, but I don't think there's any way I'm going to get 3 more of them before they blow any up to actually win that way. But they are worth victory points in case he gets pooped out. Can I move this back? Blue and yellow? Yes, I could, but that would leave me just 5 cards, so I'd have to let them keep that crystal. But the other copy is also there. Oh, man. Maybe instead I just try to murder him? Like, just go like blue, red, yellow, blue, red, yellow over and over again and just hope that he dies? I mean, hey, why not? There's a crystal you want, buddy. There's a crystal you don't want. And here's some random blue, and here's some random yellow. Actually, here, that's kind of silly. Let's put that one there, and put the yellow here, and put the red there, and just hope this guy kicks it. Oh, and can I actually afford swap? 1, 2, 3 crystals, and 2 greens? Yeah, I guess I can. Oh, no. One's got a crystal on it. Never mind. Well, but that's a crystal he already has access to, so what the hey? Let's go ahead and do that. And then I can get swap. Oh, man, I don't think he's going to have time to die. Darn it. Okay, let's see. A 2, and a 2. No, 1. So 2 is going to be a tool. Oh my gosh, we're almost going to get automatic victory. No! Okay, and then 2 is eliminate. Okay, so they get rid of 2 yellows, put a red at the front, and then a blue right behind. Oh man, if they like blow up, is this going to work out? I don't know. Oh, come on, get rid of the red and bring up the blue. 1 crystal, they don't want it, darn it. 1 of the cards, no, they don't want that. Tool, there is no tool. Oh my gosh, they're just going to get rid of this 1 card. And that means, oh, look, you have brought your doom upon yourself. Blue! I've devoured you, sir. But man, that was close because he was going to get pooped out at the end. And just to show you how scoring works, the miner gets points for each gem, so that would have been 5. And they also get points for wherever this is. Oh my gosh, it would have been 11. I get points for where these are, so that would have been 2, 3, 4, plus my played upgrade card, so 5, 6, 7. And then I lose points if I have crystals left in my hand because I was a coward and didn't play them out. So I certainly would have lost if he had not died there. Great. That was So You've Been Eaten on Kickstarter now, and hang out if you want to hear my thoughts on the game so far. So yeah, if you couldn't tell from my reaction playing this, I think this game is a blast. It reminds me a lot in a very positive way of Under Falling Skies, one of my top dice placement games from last year. And not just because of the very vertical board, which is annoying, that's probably like maybe my biggest con about the game. But especially when you're playing as the miner and the little dice placement puzzle and how there's so many different ways to affect things and hitting one thing moves the rest down, that definitely reminded me of it. But yeah, I think this is a very, very fun game. Let's get into a few specific things I like. So on the miner side of things, I like the basic dice puzzle. I like the little upgrading you can do, and I like how much mitigation there is, both in the stun action and the automatic mitigation there. And then on the beast side of things, it's a very challenging puzzle as well, except with card play instead of dice. So both have random elements here. It's the draw, of course, but trying to kind of like do that gut check of when you give them the crystals that might help them win, or the tools, when you put colors together or not, and trying to build up to the combos to get your upgrades. That's a lot of fun. And one of, I think, my favorite things about both play modes is that they both give you a strong choice, a tactical choice as the game goes on that's not going to be the same each time you play of what you want to go for. Like in my beast play, you saw I kind of focused on getting the miner killed. Whereas in my miner play, I went really hard on the crystals, but you can sometimes play for points. Like I could have just tried to keep this track down, tried to get this up, tried to deny them crystals whenever possible, and just tried to poop them out quickly to win in the score. And the miner has the exact same choices. I think it's really great because no game feels exactly the same, and you never know what strategy you're going to use when you go in. You have to kind of adapt on the fly. Another thing I want to mention is how daggone simple these AI are to run, and it takes like a few seconds. It is very nice. They do all the intense things you want them to. They are random enough to keep things unpredictable and interesting. So overall, So You've Been Eaten is definitely a game I'm excited to play over and over in the days to come. But that being said, to give a few cautions, first of all, I've only had this for a day, so clearly this is not an opinion built on dozens and dozens of plays. I've played both sides maybe 5 or 6 times before I recorded. Another thing to note, as you probably saw in the playthrough, is that luck plays a pretty heavy factor in the cards you draw, in what the AI does, like the die rolls they have can drastically change things. Now, for a game that is this quick and this light and this fun, I think it's perfect and the randomness fits in very well, but it could of course be frustrating if you plan things out perfectly and they roll the exact roll or the cards come out in the exact wrong way to mess you up. So just something to be aware of. Another thing to consider if you're getting this like me primarily for solo play is whether you think you'll enjoy playing both sides. I have very much. I might lean slightly towards the minor right now because the deck of cards kind of hurts my brain more with the beast. But I think if a solo player found that they really didn't like one of the two, then the game would certainly drop in value significantly. And then you might want a solo-only game like Under Falling Skies that is focused on one mode of play and kind of goes a bit deeper. It feels like both of these are slightly less deep because they have both in the game. But if you'll play both of them, it's an amazing value. It really feels like you're getting kind of two different solo games in one. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. And please go check out the Kickstarter page and see what you think for yourself. Good gaming, and I'll see you at the next stop.